Georges St. Pierre was born on May 19, 1981 in Saint Isidore, Quebec. He's a well-known UFC fighter and was crowned the welterweight champion of the world against his opponent, Dan Hardy, who he then won against and was known to be one of the best fighters in the world in 2012.
A hero here at home.
While growing up, Pierre was picked on as a kid, having a rough childhood. He attended a school where other kids in the school would take his clothes and steal his money. He played multiple sports such as hockey, skateboarding, and many other sports. From there, he learned the style of Kyokushin karate from his father, and then learned it from a Kyokushin master to defend himself against a school bully. After his karate master died, he took up wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and boxing when he was around 16 years old. George was ranked a 3rd Dan black belt in Kyokushin karate and 1st degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training under his coach Bruno Fernandes, and continued to win multiple championships under his name. For this, I think he's a great individual because he came up from nothing and made a living from what he loves, and also he supports all of the other new and upcoming UFC fighters by training with them to make them better than what they already are. At UFC 83 on April 19, 2008, St. Pierre fought Matt Serra in a rematch to determine the undisputed UFC welterweight champion. It was the UFC's first event in Canada and was held at the Bell Centre in Montreal, Quebec. Instead of starting with strikes, St. Pierre pressed the action early with a takedown and then mixed up his attack by not letting Serra get out of his grip. In the second round, St. Pierre continued his previous actions and forced Serra into the turtle position and delivered several knees to Serra's midsection. Near the end of round 2, the fight was stopped by referees Yves Lagvan with a visibly gassed Serra unable to defend himself from St. Pierre's continuous knee blows or improve his position. For this, I also think he is a great individual because he has made the UFC into a big-known organization that thousands of people have joined to become the best fighters in the world. He has also benefited the UFC by making the money from all the people watching, and has benefited the people who have trained with him to make a name for themselves, as well as helping out their families and their friends.
Inside the legs of George.
He is widely regarded as one of the greatest UFC fighters in mixed martial arts history. He is a 2-division champion in the Ultimate Fighter Championship (UFC), having won titles in the welterweight champion and middleweight divisions. This makes him a great Canadian because many other young fighters that are coming out of Canada are making thousands upon thousands of dollars fighting.
Kick again by
in my opinion, what it means to be great is to help out others that helped you in the past, or to do something great for your community, country, or even globally. To be great means you have to work hard for something and achieve it, and to never give up while you're in the process of it. To give everything you got for that one thing and to sacrifice your life to achieve that one thing that you've been wanting since the start.
Nice jab by St. Pierre.
What it means to be a great Canadian is by making your country known worldwide and having lots of people from around the world visit your province or city. Helping out your city by creating something that benefits everyone in that community. Participating in events that involves your city, going to home games, marathons, or taking care of the environment.
Trying also to attempt that Kimura, and that
overall, I think he is great because of him growing up as a troubled child and learning to fight off his bullies, which then led him to join the UFC and make a name for himself, honoring both himself and his family. Also by giving back to his community by training other fighters that want to be just like him. I think he deserves more recognition because he was one of the few fighters who made it out to the UFC in its early stages and who made it out of Canada as a professional fighter, which many people aren't able to do. I'm happy with who I chose for this project because growing up, my dad always watched the UFC and had talked about some of the fighters in the UFC. So doing a project about someone I had known over the years had really helped me because I knew a lot about Georges St. Pierre before and after finishing this project.
Left hand by Nick, and George just looked up at the time, Mike, and a big right hook. Yes, round 3. Good left hand by Nick. Got that. But grab his legs. You can bring him to the ground whenever you want to. Do it. Diaz sent a message in the 3rd. Championship rounds. Multiple occasions he has gone 25 minutes, 6 fights that go the distance. Standing. Diaz. Nick. There's a shot and stuffed. Nicely done by to change the complexion of this fight on the feet. He got punched. Well, quite honestly, he's